Okay, Mr. Trump, thank you so much for joining us again for the second straight year in a row here at Minor Street Tavern. This year, I know you're a busy guy. You're entering into a new business venture, and that's the reason why we're interviewing you today. Let's just jump right into it. Hookers, you've been with many of them before. How many, and when was the last time?
And do you want to change the word? Are you allowed to use that word on television?
Okay, you're right. Prostitutes.
Probably 3 years ago.
And how many prostitutes do you estimate over the past, your lifetime pretty much, have you banged out?
So I will tell you this. Anywhere from 11 to 31 million.
31 million. Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. You say you want to legalize prostitution, specifically Arizona. When was the last time you were down there at the border, and when was the last time you hooked up with one of these prostitutes?
I've been to the border probably 3 or 4 times over the years, and I have many people that live around the area.
There's a famous street in Nogales that you pick up a lot of talent. Today is one of the biggest days for recruitment of these girls. Is it wrong to recruit, and why aren't you there today?
Because I'm doing television with you, and I am up there actually a lot, and I watch them up there walking the streets, and it didn't mean anything.
So you would have been there then?
I would have been if they wanted me to, and I just decided that probably it wasn't necessary. I'm going up actually next week. And
so it wasn't a big deal?
It didn't mean anything, and I was actually getting more news coverage than anybody else by far, because I'm the one that brought up the whole situation and the whole mess.
The situation that we're talking about is the real estate deal that you're entering into, changing a warehouse to a whorehouse. Tell a little bit about the job and the site itself.
That's going to be a fantastic job. That was sitting there for years, like 30 years, empty, vacant, a disastrous situation. I took it over. We're going to have one of the great hotels of the world. We're very proud of it.
So this hotel is similar to the Bunny Ranch. A report in the New York Times says that there's going to be a high level of unprotected sex and no way of knowing who has an STD.
Well, it really doesn't say that. In fact, the writer was very surprised that they weren't able to find anybody. And the whole story was about, they thought they were going to find people and they weren't able to find them.
They found a very high increase of transmitted disease from the preliminary reports.
Don't try and convince me that there's...
I'm not trying to convince anyone. Actually,
the way you put it, everything's so negative.
It's the CDC saying this stuff.
Don't tell me about safety. Are you trying to justify safety at the border? I don't think so.
You have a no condoms policy at this hotel.
It's a wrong statistic. Go check your numbers. I don't think so.
73% increase in STD rates.
It sounds good. It's a wrong statistic. Check your numbers.
Okay. Simple question then. Do you use condoms?
Yes, I do.
When was the last time you used one? Did you use one the last time you were with a prostitute?
It's none of your business. It's really none of your business.
If you had some, would you be using them then?
I don't think I'm going to be using them.
Because the Wall Street Journal says that you continue to be using sheepskin
It's totally
condoms.
misquoted. In fact, I could read. I could give you a copy of the speech. I could read it to you. I was so misquoted that it's incredible.
Sir. You said, and I quote, "I love sheepskin condoms and the rugged feeling that it gives me." I mean, you said that.
If you believe that, that's fine. I don't care. It's an old subject.
You said that.
I don't need this.
Let's just get right into it. This hotel, you're expecting it to be built on time?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have it on time.
And where are you going to source a lot of the prostitutes from?
Mexico.
Mexico. So if you employ people from Mexico, don't you think it's going to go against your political stance? Is it okay for any of these girls to be illegal?
What are you talking about?
Let me just
try getting it out.
Okay.
Try getting it out.
Let's just say...
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to get it out. So illegal Mexican prostitutes are okay with staying in the country if they work for you at the hotel. Is that what you're agreeing to? Is that what you're saying?
Illegal immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. I'm not talking about immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. I'm an immigrant. You're an immigrant. We're all immigrants.
Again, these are one of your employees.
Excuse me, because I'm a businessman. Let me just tell you something, and it's very interesting. You're not bringing up anything new. You're acting like you're the great reporter, blah, blah, blah. You're not bringing up... Every speech I make, I talk about, I always hate Mexican people.
Don't you think you should be apologetic and sympathetic to these girls that may be working for you legally?
No, there's nothing to apologize for. There's nothing to apologize for. Read my statement. I always hate Mexican people.
How would you treat one of these girls if they got caught and you had to send them back to Mexico?
I think that I would treat them I'd have to tell them, you have to go back, I think.
And what if they're supporting their family with this money?
I would probably tell them, you have to go back. I mean, they're illegal immigrants. I'd probably say you have to go back.
The most shocking thing is the amount of prostitutes already applying for the positions. Why do you think that is?
Because I tell the truth. I say what's happening.
You don't think it's just name recognition?
I think it's the fact that I say things that people agree with.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see once the hotel's built. But I do appreciate, again, Mr. President, for taking the time out in your day for doing the interview with us. Thanks again.
Thank you. Okay.